what some people might not know from seeing us on the Student Edge Instagram and TikTok is
We're
that
all over the socials. It's just our faces all the time.
but people don't know that we actually went to high school together.
We did. And I wouldn't say, like, when I say that we weren't friends, it wasn't because we didn't want to be friends. It was just we weren't in the same circles, but we just knew of each other.
But don't you think now it's really weird that we work
Working together. I've always been a secret admirer from afar of your writing.
Oh.
I would just say,
Stop it.
I would see you like post stuff of like articles that you would write and cool things like that, and I'm like, ooh, look at you go, and then yeah, and then now we're working.
And
together.
I would always see you streaming as well, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's like a cool, like she's like an official gamer, like
an official gamer.
But like, you know what I mean? Like you're a gamer that like people watch.
Aw.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
You're not like I know people who are gamers, but they don't like, you know, stream. So I was like, oh, she's actually like a gamer. A gamer.
Bianca.
Welcome to our Student Edge, where we're going to answer your questions about student life and life in general. Some people would say that uni is the best years of their life, but what does that mean for after? Like, what does life outside of uni look like after? Well, I was going to say, like, we're quite close to, like, we only finished uni recently.
Yeah.
So we're, like, only just recently entered the throes of, like, real life, if you will.
Yeah.
And I want to know what it's been like for you from going from uni to real life.
Because who's saying that uni is the best days of your life?
I
Because
agree.
I couldn't wait to finish uni. Like, don't get me wrong, there are parts of it I definitely don't regret. There are classes I love taking. I got to meet some really amazing people who obviously shared all the same interests as me. And, you know, sometimes you stay in touch with them, sometimes you don't. But, like, after uni, like, the idea that you're just like, oh, okay, like, I don't have classes anymore. I don't have lectures I need to go to at, like, 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's this weird sense of, like, freedom, but then also a lot of anxiety because you're just like, oh, okay. And you feel like, okay, I've got this degree. I want to use it now. And I think, like, for me, my biggest fear was, oh my God, I've just done a film degree, which I loved. And that's what I was passionate about at the time amongst a lot of other things. And I was going, oh man, like, I really want to find a job like straight out of uni. Like that's what you do your degree for, right? You want to get a job in that field. So when, you know, a lot of film opportunities, so we're based in Perth. If people don't know, we're based in Perth. So like I was just like, oh, like at the moment, opportunities are not as big as they are in eastern states. And I'm like, I'm not willing to move. Like I'm so close to my family here. So then I had to really think about, okay, what skills can I use in my degree that might be transferable to like other jobs?
Yeah.
And here I am. This is how I got here.
That's my how did I get here?
Yeah.
I agree. Also, like I hate this whole concept of like best years of your life. Like, what does that even mean?
It's different for everyone.
Yeah, and I
like,
feel
what do
this
you
is-
think about it?
Well, I just don't think I want to subscribe to this way of thinking because I'm kind of just like I've had people say like, oh, like my school times were the best years of my life.
How many times did you hear that? Because I heard that so many times.
A lot.
High school's the best years of your life,
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
I'm telling you now, it wasn't. Like I'm having
for you.
Well, yeah, like I liked school. Don't get me wrong, but like I just think about my time after school, and I just think like I've had way like no offense to school, but I've had way more fun experiences post school than I did in school, and it's not for any reason like the school I went to wasn't bad. It was just how my life is, and I hate that whole mentality of like best years of your life because then. Okay, well, my best years of my life are done. What's there left? I just don't think that's true.
That makes the whole future seem daunting. It's like, okay, if you knew it was the best days of my life, so you're probably thinking it's all downhill from here. Like,
yeah,
I
and
feel like that's, and it's not.
Yeah,
it really isn't. And look, I think we need to like also mention everyone's experiences are different too. And you know, no one's part of their life is going to be their favorite parts of their life is not going to be the same as someone else's part of their life. I think when you do have the opportunity to reflect, you could probably say that a lot better. But I think for us who are just newly graduated and we're still trying to everyone's still trying to figure things out, right? You're just like, oh my God, was that the best part of my life? Does it get better? And I think like, yeah, that's really going to change for everyone. But it's interesting what you said about school in terms of, you know, people saying it's going to be the best years of your life. Like for me, when I look back, there's like a little bit of me that's like, man, you know what? Maybe I could have enjoyed school more. Because I don't know about you, but I stressed myself out to the point where we had like a graduation ceremony and I didn't cry because this is going to sound like really like, whoa, but like I didn't cry because I just felt so numb because I was just like,
No, but
I
I
was
didn't
so
cry.
stressed.
I don't think
And
I
I thought
cried
I
at
would
all.
because I remember crying when like all my year 11 and 12 friends like that I knew were going and I was getting emotional, and it came to our graduation and I just felt this weird like, oh, okay, we're done. And like I feel like I've taken this like in a really like sad turn, and I don't mean it to, but like part of me when I at the time that's how I felt, but when I look back now I was like, oh girl, like you didn't have to stress so much to the point where you just felt that way. But
Yeah.
like I'm sure if I said to my younger self that wouldn't have changed anything. I still would have been the stress head that I was.
I will say that I did really enjoy my time at uni. Like, I look back and I think, wow, I had so much fun. But there's no part of me that thinks, well, that there it is, the best years of my life, they're just gone. Like, I think about the rest of my life and I think, hey, that was a phase of my life that I really enjoyed. Now I can't wait to tackle this phase. And I think it's like that for no matter where you are in life, whether you're in school or whether you're, you know, like about to retire, like every phase has their positive and negatives, right? And it's about your perspective and how you look at it. And I think for me, what life looks like after uni is like more freedom. Like, I enjoyed my studies and I enjoyed studying, but I'm really happy that I don't have to spend my weekend completing an assignment.
Yeah.
Or like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know people like talk about 9 to 5, and not everyone does like a 9 to 5, but what I do like about it is like I'm at work from this time to this time, and then I go home and I don't think about it. Yeah.
Well, that's how it should be.
Yeah,
hey?
well, it should. That's how it should be. I can't say it's like that for everyone, but it is for me. And like that's the thing about uni. You go to class, you spend the whole day at uni, or you know you spend a portion of your day at uni, and then you go home and you have to think about studying.
More
and you have to
uni.
think,
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's in that sense, it's like never ending. So I, as much as I enjoy what I was studying, I like having the reprieve of being like, okay, work's done. I can enjoy my weekend. I don't have to think about it, and it means that like my life, like without having to think about it, my life frees up all these opportunities. You know, I can think more about what I want to do with my friends on the weekend. I don't have to worry about the fact that I've got an assignment looming that I have to do. And it is nice. Like, don't get me wrong, working comes with its own hardships as well. Nothing's easy. But I like that aspect of not studying.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I was going to say, you said you really enjoyed your uni years. Whereas like, because what part of it was, what part of going to uni did you enjoy the most?
I'm going to sound like a massive nerd.
No,
but
don't. Like, you're in a safe space here.
I'm going to sound like a massive nerd, but I don't really care. I liked my course a lot. Like, I studied a Bachelor of Literary and Cultural Studies, and I minored in history and professional writing at Curtin University, if anyone's interested. But I did enjoy going in for my classes. And I will say I was a student before COVID. So it was different. So I enjoyed going in to my classes. I had a really good, I guess as well, when you do study something like literary and cultural studies, you are forced to talk to your lecturers, you are forced to talk to your tutors, you're forced to talk to the people around you, because that's what it is. It's like a kind of, you have to talk and discuss these ideas. Yeah. That's the kind of degree it was. And so I enjoyed that. I enjoyed discussing different topics. I enjoyed discussing different theories, and I had a good relationship with my lecturers as well, which I think helped. But just like the vibe, sometimes I just like, you know, when you have like some time in between classes and you should be studying, it's like I just would, you know, me and my friends were like, oh, let's just go for a bite, let's go get a coffee.
We've all done that.
Yeah, it's like, to be fair, it's like the studying thing is secondary. It's the social aspect. It's like, oh, like let's go to, you know, let's go here, we'll get some fries, let's go here.
I think
you know.
I do remember, and this is one thing I kind of wish I did a bit more, but I think I was a bit shy, like to a point, was like I went to one kind of like campus, like it was held by the campus. It was like a Halloween night, and there was a DJ and people got dressed up, and I was like, I actually remember that quite fondly because I was like, yeah, that was fun. I wish I got involved with more of that. Yeah. And I didn't realize, I think until after, or when I was just finishing my course, that there was an esports club. And I was
Oh,
like,
that would have been
oh, no.
perfect for you.
I know. So that's like one of my regrets in terms of being at uni was like, I guess not getting involved with more of those social clubs.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to a toga party?
No.
Oh my gosh, I feel as if this was like rite of passage.
No.
When
What's a
you're
toga party?
So it's like I think every uni would do it, but like, well, they do in Perth.
Oh,
anyway,
I
don't know.
definitely missed it then.
Oh, to be fair, like it was a bit unhinged. Like it's for the uni would have like a party during O week, and it's when like all the freshers, but also like other year groups, so they'd come and like everyone's dressed in togas. So like I remember.
I've never heard of
Oh
it.
gosh, I remember I made my mum go to the op shop and buy me like a white bed sheet. I honestly.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah. Cheers, Mum. I've still got the bed sheet if anyone wants it.
For the next toga
For the next toga party.
Hit you up.
Like you just wear like white and like you just have to drape this bed sheet across you like you're some Grecian goddess. I probably could find a picture somewhere. What's the takeaway here for everyone who wants to know what life looks like after uni?
I think, it's a hard question because, again, with the corny sayings and stuff, like you just don't know what the future holds, right? So I think for me, you got to make the most of like what you're doing right now, the best you can within your circumstances. But to say that uni is the best years of your life is not going to apply to everyone.
Yeah.
Like since graduating uni, I'm having a fabulous time. If again, the anxiety that comes with having a little bit too much freedom is scary and also thrilling. But like for anyone that thinks like, oh my God, what happens after uni? Like it is daunting. And, I think you got to be kind to yourself as well. If you don't have it all figured out straight away, or if you can't get into the field that you don't want to get in, or if you can't get into the field that you want to get into straight away, that's okay. And that's totally fine. Like I know people who have graduated and they have a job they love and they didn't end up using their degree. They just found something that they were passionate about and they took another path. And that's okay too. So that's what it is for me. But what does that mean for you?
Yeah, like I can empathize because I remember being really stressed. Like you do something for so long. Don't forget as well, you're a student in primary school, then you're a student in high school, and then you're a student in uni. And it's like the first time not being a student in like years of my life. And I was like, whoa, like
what is this?
This is crazy.
Yeah.
But I will say like I had such a good time at uni, but I wouldn't say I'm having any less fun after. Like with every phase of your life there comes different, positive and negatives. You don't want to look at it as like uni's the best time of my life, therefore the rest of it's not going to be good because then you're never going to enjoy anything. But also similarly, like, the things that you stressed about in uni, you won't be stressed about anymore. You'll have other things that, come up. But I think, I think it's like you're going to be okay, I think is my answer. Like I was there. Remember being really scared. But I think the best thing that someone told me was uni's just one part of your life. And it doesn't need to be forever. Like you are still going to enjoy the rest of your life, even after uni.
That brings us to the end of our first episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would like to stay up to date for our future episodes, make sure you follow us on our socials. We're looking forward to answering more of your questions. If you have any more, leave a comment below. We're also going to be speaking to some industry experts on certain topics. So hopefully we'll catch you in the next one.